So, we're going to a disabled school. That Act 1, life expectancy. The gate looked far too pompous for what it was. In fact, the gates in general seemed to do that, but this one especially so. Red bricks, black wrought iron, and gray plaster assembled into a whole that didn't feel welcoming at all. I wondered if it looked like what a gate for a school should look like, but couldn't really decide. Probably no. Of course, I didn't want to get stuck on thinking about the gate for too long, so I entered through it with a brisk pace that felt surprisingly good. Moving forward feels good. So I walked towards the main building of Yamaku Academy with this brisk pace. I'm alone as my parents are taking my stuff to the dorms, and there's supposed to be someone waiting for me. The grounds are increasingly lush, filled with green. It doesn't feel like the kind of grounds the school would have, more like a park with a clean walkway going past trees and the smell of fresh cut grass and all other park-like things. Words like clean and hygienic pop into my mind. It makes me shudder. I shake them off. Stay open-minded now. It's your new life. You have to take it as it comes. That's what I tell myself. A few big buildings loom behind the leafy canopies. Canopies? I don't know. Too big and too many for just a school. Everything seems off. It's different from what I thought I knew about schools. It's an uncanny valley. I actually know what that means. Yes! Even though I was told this was my new school, in the back of my head, it doesn't feel like one. I wonder if the feeling is real, or caused by my expectation of a school for the disabled. Speaking of that, I don't see anyone else here. It's kinda eerie. Oh, look, a UPS truck outside. Hi. He didn't wave hi. It makes me wish there was something here, so I can anchor myself to something tangible instead of having this feeling that I stepped into another dimension. The trees hum with the wind, and the green hues flashing around me catch my attention. Makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calmer color. 1 second, guys. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. It makes me think about hospitals again. How they say that the operating rooms are painted green because green is a calmer color. So why am I feeling so anxious despite all this greenery? Only after I stand in front of the haughty main building, I surprise myself by realizing why the gate bothered me. It was the last chance I had to turn back, even if I had no life I could return to. But still, after entering, there was absolutely no way I could go back anymore. Feeling nervous and with this realization set in my mind, or head, whatever, I opened the front door. A tall man with bad posture notices me as I enter. We're the only people in the lobby, so it's only logical. Is that David Tennant? That's the doctor! I'm just kidding. You must be Niki? Nakai? Whatever. So you are. Excellent. I'm your homeroom and science teacher. My name is Mutao, whatever. Welcome. We exchange a handshake that is neither firm nor sloppy, and he looks at his watch. The head nurse asks you for a brief check-in visit, but there's no time for that now. Oh, should I go later? Yes. Afternoon is probably fine. We should get going and introduce you to the rest of the class. They're waiting already. Waiting for me? I don't really like being the center of attention, but I guess it's inevitable in a situation like this. Somehow, not knowing what is waiting for me makes me feel really nervous. Thinking of this, I almost miss what the teacher is saying. Do you want to introduce yourself to the class? Yeah, of course. Yeah, sure. I mean, isn't that normal? Of course, but everyone likes to be at the center of attention. I'm probably one of those people, but I guess I should be the one to give the first impression of myself. Right, but it's no problem. Let's go then. My heart is pounding in my chest and it keeps me thinking about my condition as I follow the teacher up the stairs. The third door down the third floor corridor is marked as the classroom for Class 3-3. Buddha opens the door and enters. Good morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late again. I hesitate for a split second as at the door, freezing on the spot. Oh, I am so sorry about that. That was disgusting. Get a grip. This is a big step, you know that. But there isn't any point of worrying so much about it. At least not this soon. Interesting. The guy is staring at me really intensely right now. And this guy just doesn't give a fuck. But she's really interested. And so is like every single girl except for this one. They're all really different. I like the drawings. I follow the teacher into the classroom and look around, partially so I won't have to meet the curious gazes of my new classmates. It's pretty spacious, the ceiling is unusually high, and there's a lot of space left over around and in between the desks. What space? I could barely fit through there. My legs are skinny. An entire wall taken up by blackboards, and the high, old-fashioned windows only make it seem larger. The students' desks are just standard wooden desks with a shelf underneath for books and wooden chairs with metal frames. Simple and efficient. I stop walking in front of the class and face the other students. They all look normal, like students in any other school. But then, why would they be here? They're probably like me, and have something wrong with them. Only it's just not immediately obvious. Then I'm sorry, I see a guy in the back, and I was caught off guard since everyone else looks so normal, and then he's like, yeah. I shouldn't be joking about that, I'm so terribly sorry. And I noticed there was one of the girls seems to be missing the thumb of her right hand. Like her? Thumb of her right hand. It's a little jarring. Despite the natural tendency to listen when someone's talking about you, I tune out the teacher's speech halfway through while he introduces me to class. I notice a flash of dark hair and see that someone is looking at me. A girl with really long straight hair that is pretty eye-catching. As she sees me looking back at her, she covers her face with her hands as if it would make her invisible. There's one boy with a cane leaning against the lockers at the rear of the class. It's weird seeing someone so young with a cane. Another girl seemed to be making some weird hand motions. Sign language? She peers at me over the rims of her glasses. Then goes back to whatever she's doing. She's kind of cute. So is the cheery looking girl with pink hair sitting next to her. Oh, okay, so this one's the sign language girl, and this one's the pink haired. She's really hard to miss. I don't know how I didn't notice her the moment I walked in. Please welcome our newest classmate. He claps his hands and so does everyone else, except one girl in the front row who has only one hand. Oh, her, isn't it? Oh, I feel Aww. You make me feel bad and I haven't even done anything in the game yet. I cringe a little, but hide it by bowing in thanks for the applause I did not deserve. A collective silence tells me that I should open my mouth now. So, I'm Hisao Nakai. I'm sorry my narrator is really bad at narrating my name. Thank you for noticing me. And after that, my hobbies are reading and soccer. I hope to get along with everyone, even though I'm a new student. And after that, I'm being so boring. This is exactly like every self-introduction ever. I should say something more exciting. I ended up saying nothing and the teacher picks up from there. Everyone seems to be satisfied, even with what little I said though. A few girls are whispering to each other, throwing glances at me. It could have gone worse. I listen to the teacher as he drones about going along, while letting my gaze sweep across the classroom. Everyone seems to be listening to him intently, and when he's done, they clap their hands again, which feels like a weird thing to do. First row girl claps in this round, with her one hand against her other wrist that ends in a bandaged stump. Oh! It makes me feel a little bad. Yeah, it makes me feel bad too. David Tennant, make me feel better. We're going to be doing some group work today, so I'll give you a chance to talk with everyone. Is that okay with you? Yeah, it's fine with me. That's good. You can work with Hakamichi. She is the class representative. She can explain anything you might want to know. And who else would be able to do that better, right? How could I know? The teacher passes out the day's assignments and announces that we will be working in groups of 3. It hits me that I don't know who Hakamichi is. Slow. The teacher seems to catch my helpless expression. Oh right, Hakamichi is right here. Shizune Hakamichi. Ah, the pink-haired girl. As he calls out her name, the cute, bubbly-looking girl with the bright pink hair and gold eyes. Gold eyes. Interesting. Waves her hand at me. I take a seat next to her, by the window. Hi, I guess you're Hakamichi, right? It's nice to meet you. What? I'm caught off guard by her laughter. Yeah, I made her laugh bad on purpose. It's nice to meet you too, but squiggly line. I'm not Hakamichi, I'm Misha. This is Hakamichi. She-chan. Aww, darn. Well, she's pretty cute too. Giggling, Misha points to the girl next to her. The one I saw using sign language before. It looks like she has been staring at me this whole time. She nods once nonchalantly to show that she acknowledges my presence, but only barely. She has short yet carefully, neatly brushed hair, a pair of oval-shaped glasses balanced on the tip of her dainty nose, and dark blue eyes that seem to alternate every few seconds between analytical and slightly bored. It's nice to meet you. She immediately looks at Misha, who smiles and makes a few quick gestures with her hands. Hakamichi nods and makes a few gestures of her own. I start to wonder if the teacher was messing with me, saying things like, you'll be able to talk to people, and who better to explain things to you. I can see you're a little confused, right? Right? But I understand why you would think I was Shi-chan. Shi-chan is deaf, so I'm the person who translates things back and forth for her. So I'm an interpreter. She says it's nice to meet you too. Da-da-da. You're the new student, aren't you? Well, Shi-chan, of course he is. If he wasn't, he would have been standing up there for no reason, right? 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 Right. Right. He seems like a very interesting person, doesn't he? We know there are going to be a new student. We didn't know you would be here today. So soon. Hachi. Got a Hek-chan or something? He-chan, right? He-chan. Yep, it fits, doesn't it? Did I say it out loud? It's just a surprise. I've never liked that nickname. I don't really see how. It fits. You look just like I imagined. Just you look... Yeah, you look just like a Hachi. I'm gonna mess up everything in this. I wonder why everyone seems to think so. Hakamichi taps her fingers on the desk to get Misha's attention. They gesture back and forth to each other excitingly, their hands a blur. That's what my hands will do. Misha seems a little overwhelmed. Sorry about that. Sai-chan wants you to know that she's the class rep, so if there is anything you need to know, you can feel free to ask her. Yeah, because she's deaf, she couldn't hear that the teacher said that. Okay, that makes sense. Do you like the school so far? We could show you around a little if you haven't had the time to walk around and familiarize yourself with it. Misha stumbles with the hard word a bit, making it stick out in her otherwise fluid translation. Thanks, that would be pretty helpful. Yeah, I just kinda came straight to class today. Ha 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 ha. That's no good. You should always try to learn as much as you can about where you're going to be going before you go there. Not just with school either. Always. Even if it's a trip to the convenience store. Right, Shi-chan? Ha ha ha. Learn about where you're going. Wait, learn about where you're going? I guess I didn't bother to do that. Or just didn't care enough to do so. I didn't look forward to this. Even if I committed myself to go along with it half-assedly. But anyway. I don't say anything. Misha signs something that ends in a shrug. What was that? Seems like it was about me. I feel like slumping over my seat. Both of them smiling. But that... Oh, that hurt. But that shrug hit me unexpectedly deeply. I looked down. Are you okay? Oh, that was loud. Don't take it the wrong way, please. I hate it when people are afraid to ask questions. That's how people learn things, by asking. Asking for help is perfectly normal, as much as needing help. Stop looking like you just failed a test. Wah ha 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 ha. Wah ha ha, wow, Luigi. And Wario. Alright. She seems happy now. And another thing, you don't have to call Shi-chan something so formal like Hakamichi or class rep all the time. Just call her like Shi-chan. Oh, that's a blush. Okay, maybe that's too casual. Maybe Shizune would be more appropriate. Yep, Shizune is fine. Okay, that would be a lot easier for me. Feel a little more at ease. Both of them seem so friendly, so I feel like an idiot for being so apprehensive earlier. Especially about Shizune, who I assumed would be all business. Well, she still seemed like that, just less so, I guess. She can read your face, man. Huh? Oh right, we haven't even touched the assignment. We should start work now, or Shi-chan will get mad. The assignment is also kind of long, so we should start now if we want to finish it before the end of class. Wahaha. That too. You guys are gonna hate my laughing of the characters because I don't want to actually laugh, but I'll just mess around with it. Shizune glares at the two of us impatiently. I don't need to know sign language to understand that. Okay, I get the message. After class, we can take a walk around the grounds together. It's a nice day today, okay? The assignment is actually very challenging to get through, combining aspects of being both difficult and unnecessarily long. Story of my life, kid, story of my life. Still, we finish it in a few minutes earlier than anyone else in the class, despite our late start. Shizune and Misha are really capable. They're quite different, though. The class rep is as calm and professional as she looks, while Misha is a lot more playful and girlish, not to mention a lot more easily distracted. To be honest, the two of them did most of the work. I feel guilty about that. There's that bell I keep on hearing in animes. The clock tower bells ring, signaling the end of the period. Time for lunch. Without knowing what else to do, I follow Misha, who is beckoning me into the hallway and down the stairs. We descend even below the lobby where I met Mitao, down to the bottom floor. Just like everything in the school, the cafeteria seems to be too spacious and oddly modern in contrast to the classic exterior. Its big windows open to the courtyard, towards the main gate. It's the cafeteria! Yay, cafeteria! I like food! Her enthusiastic statement of the obvious makes people around us stare, but Misha doesn't seem to care, so we proceed to the line. There's a rather long list of menu options, which seems great until I realize that many of them are to accommodate students who need special diets. How nice. It almost feels like I'm back at the hospital, eating portions measured with scientific precision to meet the needs of the patients. I pick something at random and follow Shizune to the table sitting opposite of her. As I nibble indifferently at the food I'd rather not eat, Misha pokes me in the side to get my attention and points to Shizune. I don't understand science, so the point escapes me. Maybe looking at the person who talks to you, quote unquote talks, is proper and polite? Do you want to know something? What? About anything. We're your guys, and you should ask if there is something. I wonder. Deafness. Ask about the library. Let's ask about the deafness. I'm actually interested by this character. Shizune intrigues me, and I kind of want to ask something about her. But I can't really ask about something that personal, can I? I can't come up with anything else to ask, so I just focus on my food while the girls talk between themselves. Darn, I thought we were going to be able to go with the other option as well. I guess I can't. Misha and Shizune sign back and forth very animatedly, throwing sideways glances at me, but Misha refrains from translating. Maybe they were talking about secret girl stuff or something. I quickly notice a conversation in sign is not enough to fill a silence. We arrive in the classroom early, but we're not the first. Ooh, what happened to her face and her hand? Ooh, I think she got burned. Ooh. Ah, oh. Okay, let's just keep going. That's making me itch a little. I forgot what that phobia is named, but I have it, and I don't like it. A dark-haired girl I noticed before is slumping over her desk at the last row. She jumps a little when Misha crashes into the room with the elegance of a rhino. She shrieks deeper into her seat. I can feel her tension all the way from here, as if she were slowly turning into stone just from our presence. Misha and Shizune either don't notice or don't mind it, and they walk directly past her to their seats and begin to converse. I'm left wondering about her, even when the classroom slowly fills with other students and finally the teacher. Getting into the rhythm of school feels strange. It's as if my brain remembers how this is done, but my body doesn't. Towards the end of the class, I start yawning and counting the minutes left. I shouldn't be this tired on my first day of school. Maybe it's the long time spent in the hospital that makes me like this. I'm even feeling physically weak and lifeless. Before long, the final bell rings. School is finally over for the day. Beside me, Misha and Shizune are having a short conversation. After a bit of deliberation, Misha turns to me. ... Unfortunately, we can't stay and show you around today, Ichan. We've got to hurry already, since there is a lot of work for us to do. ... We'll find your way around here. You'll find your way around here, I'm sure of it. Ah, wait. The teacher said I'd have to see the nurse. Where do I have to go? Is that so? We can at least show you that much. Come on, the nurses have their own building, so we have to go outside. We join the fellow students making their way down the stairwell and outside, with the girls pointing out other senior classrooms in the same hallway as ours. When we get outside, the girls make their way to the smaller building right next to the school. It's built in the same style, so it looks like it's actually a part of the main building. This is the auxiliary building here. There's a lot of official and important stuff inside, like the Yamaku Foundation office and all the nurses' offices. They even have a swimming pool. How is that official? Don't be silly, Hee-chan. It's for physical therapy, of course. Anyway, all the nursing staff faculties are in there too. The head nurse's office is on the first floor. You'll be fine from here, right? We'll be going then. See you tomorrow. Yeah, thanks, bye.